How much more insight do you need before you finally move? This is your daily shift starter, a quick hit of perspective to get you thinking and moving. Let's get into it. All right, so here we are at the end of the week, and I've got to ask you, how much more insight do you need before you finally get off the sidelines? Think about all the stuff you've consumed, the podcast, the reels, the captions, the quotes, all the aha moments that felt like lightning striking your brain. But what's changed? What moves have you actually made? Because here's the brutal truth that nobody wants to say out loud. There comes a point where learning isn't about growth anymore. It's about stalling. Ouch! You know what's going to happen if you keep chasing another fresh idea, another new tactic, another life-changing mindset shift? You're going to stay exactly where you're at, stuck in the same loop of thinking about change, but never doing it. And maybe it's easier that way, safe even, to stay in that loop of consuming. Because if you don't act, you don't fail. If you don't move, you don't risk discomfort. If you don't try, you don't have to face the possibility that it might not work. But let me be real with you. Growth does not happen in that sweet spot of curiosity and comfort. It happens in the trenches of the discomfort, in the mess of failure, in the grit of trying again when you want to give up. So this week was never about handing you more stuff to know. It was about lighting a fire under your ass to do something with the stuff you already have. You're sitting on a gold mine of insight and awareness, but it means jack shit if you don't act on it. How many times have you said, I'll start tomorrow, like we talked about yesterday? Or next week is my week. Or when I'm ready, I'll make the change. And yet tomorrow becomes next week. And next week becomes next month, and next month becomes next year. What are you really postponing? Discipline? Discomfort? Accountability? All of it? Because let's be honest, action means you have to show up with all your messy feelings, your screw-ups, your awkward first attempts, and that scares the hell out of you. But guess what? It's supposed to. If it didn't, it wouldn't be growth, it would be a hobby. So here's the cold, hard fact. You can listen to every self-improvement podcast episode ever made. You can buy every book on self-help and binge every YouTube video about change. And if you don't put in the work, you're just spinning your wheels. The difference between those who shift and those who stall is action. Not perfect action, not once and done action, consistent, messy, imperfect, stubborn action. And yes, it's uncomfortable. It's inconvenient. It's ugly sometimes, but it's the only damn way to get out of the rut that you're in. So here's the challenge for you as we're talking about the T in the shift method. Take action. Stop chasing another insight. Stop hoarding knowledge like it's currency. Stop waiting for the perfect moment to start, because perfect doesn't even exist, and waiting only feeds your fear. Instead, pick one thing you learned this week and do it today. Doesn't have to be huge, doesn't have to be pretty, just do it. Because momentum comes from movement. You guys know I'm huge on that. Motivation doesn't show up first. You choose to move, and then the momentum comes from that. Not from sitting on the sidelines hoping the universe just drops change in your lap. The question is not how much more do you need to know. The question is, how badly do you want it? Because if you want it bad enough, you'll take that first awkward step, and then the next one, and then the next one, until one day you look back and realize that you didn't just learn about change, you became change. So what's it going to be? More insight or more action? The clock's ticking, and the only thing holding you back from the life that you want is the decision to start moving. Don't waste another second. Not everything I say will hit home, and that's okay. Take what you need, leave the rest. I'm Kayla, and I'll see you next time on Shift Happens.